guys, Ray Berardinelli here on a beautiful Wednesday, the 3rd of July, for our Workshop Wednesday, week 2. Pretty excited about this week. This is kind of my stuff, the sequencing for your workshop ads. So that's our topic for today. All right, so how are you getting people to show up at your workshops, right? You can't close somebody if there's no butts in the seats. There's a number of ways that people can do it. Number one, you can do direct mail. All right, you can send past patients, or even you can get a new list and send a whole bunch of mailers out to local people to try to reach out to them, to engage them. You can do something called a where your audience is already selected, a pre-selected audience. So your pre-selected audience is when you partner with someone, right? So you come in and you find the local, hey Dave, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Happy 3rd. So say you partner up with a local factory and you're going to teach them about low back pain, right? So you're going to gain some insight with this. So this requires some relationship building, free offer to the HR manager, whoever that contact person is. So Dave, can you see me okay, man? I don't know if you're still on here or not, but if you are, can you see me okay? This thing never, on my iPad, never sizes, right? So it looks like I'm off the screen. So I never know whether I'm on or I'm off. So either way. So sequencing for your workshop. Okay, so we're talking about a pre-selected audience where you're partnering with someone and you're coming in and you're talking to their people. They receive the benefit of, well, their employees getting help with something that they might be having. You get the benefit of some potential new patients from that audience. You can do them at senior centers. There's a ton of different ways. Today, kind of what I want to focus on is the actual ads, like what you're doing to bring these people in. All right, so for your ads, your new leads, right? New leads, people that don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. You're trying to turn cold traffic into warm traffic. Hey Mary, how's it going? So you're trying to turn cold traffic into warm traffic so basically with these people, you start out with a lead magnet. Your lead magnet is just your hook, you know. It might be the 5 things everyone with back pain should know, the 5 key mistakes that people with back pain make, the 3 things that, the 3 key exercises for back pain, you know, something, anything where you get them into a funnel, use something like ClickFunnels, you get them to input their information, and so now they're in your system. Then you start sequencing them with emails, with all of that kind of stuff. But this all starts with your lead magnet, right? And so with Facebook, this is kind of a process. They typically don't buy. They don't see your first ad and they're like, I need to go. I can't wait. Hey Katie, how's it going? They typically don't just see your ad and I absolutely have to go to this workshop. That's generally not how this works. Generally what happens is you put an ad in front of them. They look at it and they say, they'll click on it and say, that's nice. I see that you get at the bottom of this lead magnet. You sent me this free thing and now you're trying to work me into a workshop. Well, then you retarget them and you give them a similar ad, not the same, similar, and offer them something else, and they click through. Well, now they're starting to warm up to you. We're starting this process. They're starting to get warmed up to you. They're going to eventually convert. So, hey Aaron, how's it going? So you're starting that warm-up process. So this lead magnet, now this costs money because we're running ads. We're running multiple ads. You'll run your initial ad, then your second ad, then your third ad. You sequence those to try to get them, and then finally to try to close them straight into the workshop. So with that, this requires nurture. That's the whole name of this game. You know, I love this book, Building a Story Brand, and in it he tells a story. And in the story he says, this is how it goes with your lead. You introduce yourself to them and you say, will you marry me? And they say, no. Well, will you go on a date with me? Sure. After the date you say, will you marry me? They say, no. Would you like to go out again? Yeah, okay, I had a good time. Will you marry me? No. Would you like to go for coffee? Hey, Dave. Load video to participate. Cannot load video. I don't know what that means, brother. But anyway, so then you ask them, will they marry me? Then they say, no, will you go out with me one more time? Yes, you ask them to marry you, and then they'll finally marry you. So this is nurture, nurture, nurture. You have to keep targeting and retargeting these people, working them. This is a longer process. It takes a lot of work. It takes lead magnets, it takes landing pages, it takes testimonials. You build testimonials into this to try to convince them that they should marry you. Then you try to close them in the workshop, where you close them at the workshop. We'll get into close at the workshop later. Then there's a whole different sequence here. I hope somebody's seen this. Apparently Dave's saying cannot load video to participate. I don't know what that means, but I'll just re-record it. If it doesn't work, we'll just do this again. So, now where I love past patients. Still trying to load. Might have to catch the replay. Not sure. Maybe we will have to catch the replay. I don't know if there's something on my end or something technical with Facebook. I'm not seeing any live numbers here, so apparently they're not putting anybody into it. I'll load it up on the replay. If it's there, great. If not, we'll just do it over. Okay, so this is where I love to live. This one over here, your new lead costs 5 times as much. That's a lot of jack. This one costs 5 times less and closes at a 30% higher rate. I'll explain to you why. All right, your past patient referral, right? So if you get a past patient to refer to you, it doesn't cost you next to anything. I mean, maybe a little bit of nothing. So the first step to getting a past patient to close to you is to actually identify past happy patients, right? So with this, there's a sequence that you need to use. We'll get into this later, but there's a sequence you need to use. First, you have to identify your past happy patients, right? So to identify them, you need to be using some kind of qualifying question. Some kind of question that's asking them for feedback about your practice, how much they like your practice. If they like your practice a lot, this is the person to ask. If you ask somebody that doesn't like you as much, it's actually off-putting, and they themselves are less likely to return. So your sequencing has to be right to these people. You have to identify the right people. Hey, Chad, how's it going? Hey, next week, I hope, buddy, I hope we can get you on here so you can talk about the workshops. Chad is a master at closing the workshops. I learned a lot of my close from him, but I'm pretty excited about it. But anyway, so we have to identify the happy people. You have to use some kind of qualifying question. Don't email it to them. Email is trash. It doesn't work. Your response rate will be 17 to 20%. Horrible, horrible. It means 80% of your people don't respond. Don't waste your, well, do waste your time. It's better than nothing. But it's not really going to get you there. It's only a start. So we need to ask that question, that pre-qualifying question. Now we can bucket everybody. Now we know that this person, say with a net promoter score, how likely are you to refer a family or friend to us on a scale of 0 to 10? If they give you a 9 or a 10, they're going to refer to you. So now we know who to ask. So now when we're identifying that past, now we've identified that past happy patient. Now we can ask them because they love us and they'll send us people, right? If this is a very, very, very important step. Then steps 3 through 5, it's the engagement, it's the sequencing, right? So I use a 3-tiered method. My method is I use ringless calls that go to voicemail. So I will, and with my software, I can sequence it out so that I can say, this person's a back pain patient. They came to me for back pain, and I'm doing a back pain workshop. So I can message them specifically and leave them a ringless voicemail that says, hey, hey, John, how's your back? I hope everything's going well. Hey, I was just wondering if you might have any family or friends that might benefit from what we do but not know. If that's the case, we're having our low back pain workshop on July the 20th. And I just wanted to personally, invite you or any family or friends that might benefit from what we do. Hey, space is very limited. Limit your space, trust me. It works better. Limit your space. Space is very limited. We only have 20 spots. Hey, just give me a call if you know anybody that would benefit. Hey, sorry I missed you. So then that's your first step in your sequence. Text message, hey, did you get my call? 2 days later, 3 days later. And then after that, then I give them an email. Hey, John, how's your back? Still able to get up and down well with your children? And this is all automated. So now that we're automating this entire sequence, we're building a relationship with this person. They don't even realize it's happening. But hey, Dean, Tyler, how's it going? Oh, that's Taylor, sorry. But yeah, so we're building a relationship with this person. We're really honing in. Our message to them is very direct and specific and personalized. So since that message is personalized, they're going to refer. These people will close more. Guaranteed, these people are going to close more than your cold leads because they come with a testimonial from someone that they already like, know, and trust. Their mother, brother, cousin, friend, somebody who already was in the exact same place as them that they trust, gives them a personalized testimonial saying, hey, listen, you really should go see Ray down at Belmont Care. He's doing a workshop, in a couple of days here, and he really helped my back. I mean, I really think he could help you. That person is ready to close. They're ready to close when they show up. You just jump all these steps, all this nurture. Somebody else did it for you. Somebody that already likes, knows, and trusts you, that happy patient that we identified, is going to send them to you with a testimonial. All because you asked and you knew the right person to ask. So that is incredibly, incredibly important. Those 3 to 5 steps, right? Use a varying method of getting a hold of them. You can also mix in some direct mail. I don't anymore, it doesn't work as well. Hey, DJ, how's it going, man? So I don't use any direct mail anymore. This 3-step sequence, the 5-step sequence with the ringless calls to voicemail, the text messages and the emails works so well. I don't waste my time. I found that sending them, I actually lose money sending them because this closes so well, because I bucket my patients and I know that they're a back patient or a hip patient, so they're the only ones that get the sequence, right? And only identify the happy patients, so only the 9 or 10s get the sequence. 7 or 8s get a different sequence. So we'll invite them to the workshop and talk about changes and improvements that we've made within our systems in order to bring these people back in. But we don't ask them for the referral. The referral is actually off-putting and you'll lose the chance at getting them to come back in. Then, again, close the workshop. We'll cover the close the workshop later. But the big takeaways: new leads. Need lead magnets. You got to do something to get them in. Then nurture. You can also use lead magnets. You can use direct mailing if you get a list or something like that. Those lists are very hard to work, being very cold. These people need nurtured. You have to retarget them with ads. They've got to keep seeing you over and over again. This is an expensive, longer process than you close these people to workshops. This costs 5 times more because we have to run all the lead magnets and all the nurture than this. Past patient referral. You have to use something to identify happy patients. You have to have some type of questionnaire where you're identifying them. Then you use your 3 to 5 step process where we're using the ringless calls to voicemail, the text messages, and the emails with personalized information so they don't look generic. And then you close them to the workshop. These people are 30% more likely to close than these people that cost 5 times as much, because the testimonial is from an already happy patient whom they know, like, and trust. Again, both places, I'm limiting how many seats I have available. I'm making sure that there's a time on this so that they understand that that's happening. Each subsequent sequence, I say that there's less and less available in order to build a sense of urgency within the patient to get them to commit. So maybe I send them my voicemail, we have 20 spots, text message, hey, 11 spots left. Email, hey, there's only 4 spots left. So we're building that sense of urgency within the patient. you can really work this. This really, really is going to fill up your workshops, especially this one, and fill up your practice more importantly, and at a lower cost than this. Don't get me wrong, this works. This works. This works better at a lower cost. So make sure you're doing this. So, hey, Jerry, what is going on, brother? How are you? I hope your third's going well. Jerry, it's only a short 4-hour drive. If you leave now, get to my house, you can see the fireworks at my house are going on tonight. And I'll have a bottle of bourbon waiting for you if you're coming. Just let me know. So this is basically how we're doing this with the past patients with the sequencing. You close 30% more of the time. It costs 5 times less than this way. And it's the way to go, guys. If anyone has any questions, please, down below. If you'd like tagged in our next workshop Wednesday, down below. So if you were on this live, just put live, replay, put replay. See how many people actually made it to the end of the video. So hey, thank you guys. Thank everyone for your time. Happy Independence Day to everyone. Enjoy your 3rd of July. Thanks, guys.